Have you ever felt that burst of excitement when sharing a big dream, only to have it deflated by someone's subtle eye roll or dismissive comment? You're not alone. In fact, that feeling in your gut telling you something's off might be trying to protect you from a hidden trap many of us fall into. Think about it. How many times have you shared your goals with someone, feeling pumped and motivated, only to find your enthusiasm slowly fading away in the following days or weeks? What if I told you that the very act of sharing your goals with the wrong people could be secretly sabotaging your success? Today, we're diving deep into the subtle yet powerful signs that should make you think twice before sharing your dreams. These aren't just obvious red flags. We're talking about those barely noticeable hints that could be the difference between achieving your goals and watching them slip away. Stick around until the end, because I'll share practical strategies to protect your dreams and choose the right people to confide in. First, let's talk about why sharing your goals can sometimes backfire. Number 1. The dopamine trap. Let's start with something fascinating happening in your brain every time you share your goals. When you tell someone about your exciting plans, your brain releases a feel-good chemical called dopamine. It's like getting a tiny reward just for talking about your goals. Sounds harmless, right? Well, here's the catch. This premature celebration can actually trick your brain into thinking you've already achieved something. It's like ordering a cake to celebrate losing weight before you've even started your fitness journey. This false sense of accomplishment can significantly reduce your motivation to take actual steps toward your goal. Moreover, this dopamine hit can become addictive. You might find yourself sharing your goals with more people just to get that quick boost of satisfaction, while your actual progress remains stagnant. Number 2. Cognitive dissonance and anxiety. Sharing your goals in the wrong environment can create what psychologists call cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable feeling when what you believe clashes with the feedback you're getting. Imagine being excited about starting a business, only to have someone you trust consistently point out all the ways it could fail. This disconnect between your aspirations and their feedback creates mental tension that can be exhausting to manage. This internal conflict often leads to anxiety, especially when you're in environments where you don't feel completely safe sharing your dreams. You might start second-guessing yourself, wondering if you're being unrealistic or if you're capable enough. This anxiety can slowly eat away at your confidence, making it harder to take decisive action toward your goals. Number 3. Fear of criticism and judgment. The fear of criticism can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When someone responds to your goals with skepticism or dismissive comments, it plants seeds of doubt in your mind. These doubts can grow stronger with each negative interaction, eventually leading to what researchers call goal disengagement, where you slowly distance yourself from your aspirations to avoid the emotional pain of criticism. The impact of negative feedback can be particularly potent when it comes from people whose opinions you value. A seemingly harmless comment like, "Are you sure about this?" from a family member can carry more weight than outright criticism from a stranger. This subtle undermining can gradually erode your determination, making you more likely to give up when facing obstacles. Now that we understand the psychological impact of sharing our goals prematurely, let's explore those subtle signs that someone might not be the best person to confide in. These signals are often so delicate that we miss them, but learning to spot them can protect your dreams from unnecessary setbacks. Please subscribe to the Moving You Ahead channel so you don't miss the next videos on self-development, motivation, and spiritual growth. Number 1. Verbal doubts and skepticism. First, pay attention to how people phrase their responses. While outright negativity is easy to spot, it's the subtle skepticism wrapped in seemingly caring words that can be most damaging. Listen for phrases like, "I'm just being realistic," or "I don't want you to get disappointed." These statements might sound protective, but they often mask underlying doubts that can seep into your own thinking. Consider also the timing and frequency of their skeptical comments. Do they consistently bring up potential problems without offering solutions? Do they tend to remind you of past failures when you share new aspirations? These patterns, though subtle, can significantly impact your confidence over time. Number 2. Nonverbal cues of disinterest. What people don't say can be just as important as what they do say. Watch for those subtle physical cues, the quick glance at their phone while you're sharing your excitement, the slight shift in body language, or the lack of engaging questions about your plans. These nonverbal signals often reveal true feelings that polite words might mask. Another telling sign is when someone consistently changes the subject when you talk about your goals. They might not directly discourage you, but their apparent disinterest can make you feel like your aspirations aren't worth discussing or pursuing. Number 3. Emotional contagion and negativity. Be mindful of how you feel after spending time with certain people. Some individuals carry a cloud of negativity that affects everyone around them. You might notice that your enthusiasm for your goals diminishes after interactions with them, even if you can't pinpoint exactly why. This emotional contagion is particularly powerful because it operates below our conscious awareness. You might leave a conversation feeling less confident about your goals, not because of anything specific that was said, but because their pessimistic outlook subtly influenced your own perspective. Number 4. Hidden competitive tendencies. Then there are those who seem supportive on the surface, but show subtle competitive behaviors. They might quickly shift the conversation to their own achievements whenever you share your goals, or they might downplay your progress with comments like, "Oh, that's nice, but have you considered?" These subtle undermining tactics can create unnecessary pressure and self-doubt. Number 5. Group dynamics. Group settings can amplify these subtle signs. In social circles, pay attention to how your goals are received by the group as a whole. Does sharing your aspirations lead to supportive discussions, or does it create an uncomfortable silence? Are your goals met with genuine interest, or do they become fodder for subtle jokes? Number 6. Cultural considerations. It's also crucial to understand how cultural norms influence goal-sharing dynamics. In some cultures, sharing ambitious goals might be seen as boastful, while in others, it's encouraged and celebrated. The key is recognizing how these cultural expectations might be affecting both your comfort in sharing goals and others' reactions to them. Now for practical strategies to protect your plans. Number 1. Building a strategic approach. Let's explore a powerful way to think about protecting your goals. Imagine your goals are like delicate seedlings in a garden. Just as you wouldn't expose a fragile plant to harsh weather before it's strong enough, your goals need protection during their early stages. When a seedling first breaks through the soil, it's at its most vulnerable. Similarly, your goals are most fragile when they're just taking shape in your mind. This is when they need the most protection from external negativity and doubt. Just as you'd carefully choose the right conditions for a growing plant, you need to be selective about the environment where you nurture your early aspirations. Number 2. Milestone-based sharing. Instead of sharing your goals immediately, consider waiting until you've achieved some concrete progress. Think of it this way. Rather than announcing, "I'm going to write a book," wait until you've written your first chapter. This approach serves two purposes. It proves to yourself that you're serious about your goal, and it gives you something tangible to share with others. When you do share, focus on the specific steps you're taking rather than the end goal. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to become a successful entrepreneur," try sharing something like, "I'm currently taking a business planning course and working on market research." This approach keeps you accountable while protecting you from premature judgment or discouragement. Now, let us find what makes someone truly safe to share your goals with. Number 1. Emotional safety in social circles. Look for people who demonstrate genuine curiosity about your plans, who ask thoughtful questions, and who remember what you've shared in previous conversations. These individuals often provide what psychologists call a secure base, a foundation of support that allows you to explore and pursue your aspirations freely. The difference between emotionally safe and unsafe spaces often comes down to subtle elements like active listening, empathetic responses, and consistent encouragement. Safe people don't just avoid negativity, they actively contribute to your sense of possibility and potential. Number 2. Creating your support network. Actively seek out people who demonstrate true supportive qualities. Look for individuals who ask thoughtful questions about your progress. Remember and follow up on what you've shared. Offer constructive feedback when asked. Celebrate your small wins genuinely. Share their own experiences without overshadowing yours. These people become invaluable allies in your journey, providing both emotional support and practical insights when you need them most. As we wrap up, let's focus on practical steps you can take starting today. Begin by auditing your current goal-sharing habits. Who do you typically share your goals with? How do these people respond? How do you feel after these interactions? Consider creating what I call a goal-sharing circle, a small, carefully chosen group of people who have demonstrated their ability to support and encourage your growth. These individuals should be people who have a track record of achieving their own goals, maintain a positive yet realistic outlook, show genuine interest in others' success, provide honest feedback without being dismissive. Remember, protecting your goals isn't about being secretive or distrustful. It's about being strategic and mindful of who gets to influence your dreams. Your goals deserve the chance to grow strong enough to withstand criticism and challenges, but that strength comes with time and careful nurturing. Think of yourself as the guardian of your dreams. You have the right and responsibility to protect them until they're ready to face the world. By being selective about who you share your goals with, you're not being antisocial or paranoid. You're being wise and protective of your potential. The journey to achieving your goals is challenging enough without adding the weight of others' doubt or negativity. Choose your confidence wisely, protect your dreams fiercely, and remember that some goals are best nurtured in private until they're strong enough to withstand any storm. If this video has helped you recognize some important patterns in your own life, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more insights on personal development and growth. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you ever experienced any of these subtle signs? How did you handle it? Your story might help others recognize and deal with similar situations in their own lives. Until next time, keep nurturing those dreams. And remember, not everyone needs to understand your vision for it to be valid and achievable. Your goals are yours to protect and pursue. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.